Hey everyone, Miacidae here, welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. So today the plan is to go into the Cove, hopefully level it up to max so that the crew is available and we have another boss to potentially go fight. If we go do this, we get Eldred's Ring for the White Priestess. I'm not sure it's a trinket I'm actually going to be using. However, it can be kind of nice for the White Priestess to get extra uses on last rites if I wanted to go down that path. Essentially, every time we attack, we gain an extra last rite charge. She needs 14, technically, because of the patch I have on, to use last rites once. So that means I would only need to use 7 attacks rather than 14 attacks to get last rites off. Once again, if I do it that way. So we're going to go into the Cove, hopefully level it up. It only needs 20%, and I believe a medium will get me that 20%. There are a few wandering bosses in here that might give me trouble, but we'll see what happens. So the goal today is to try out Ver with a few different things on him. We have the Contagious Blade, which turns Skin Prey from a gold producing skill into a offensive skill, making corpses blight the enemy party rather than giving me the gold stuff. Per each enemy corpse there is, it will do a 4 for 3 blight, but because the skill level is at 5, it does additional amounts. We'll just have to see how that does. It has a higher blight chance and blight amount per skill level. I also have the Dark Tincture on him, so he's going to move forward every time he uses a melee attack, which is Fungal Claw. However, we also get plus 50% damage and 15 crit if we're stealth, so I will be trying to use Slink back to get that on him, because that's a huge damage boost. But I'm not sure how that's going to be working out, considering I need a 1-turn warm-up with him. And usually how this has been working is I need the first turn to mitigate as much damage to me as possible. Next up, we have Jean, the Judicator. She does really good damage versus Bladed, so that's why we're using Dual Convocation, but we also have Calcified Condemnation. Otherwise, we have the Poison Skull with plus crit, plus damage versus Bladed, and on attack hit will do extra blight on hit. Then, because there's a lot of guarding going on in here, I have the Hammer of the First Crusade. This will do armor piercing with any melee skills. Any melee skills will bypass any guard. On melee hit will break guard, and on melee hit will debuff the target so they can't be guarded. Next up, we have the Silent, just because she goes really well with any blighting teams. Corpse Explosion to spread blight around on any monster kill. Noxious Fumes to just do a lot of blighting if I don't expect things to die soon. And Catalyst just to ramp up blight on bladed targets. For her trinkets, we have the Blight Amulet, upping blight amount and blight resistance on her, and the Ancestors map for scouting. Finally, we have Vatville, the Bowman. We're going to be using Blighting Arrows on him, so we need Change Arsenal. Otherwise, we have Piercing Arrow for an AoE hit, Sure Shot to bypass guard and stealth, and Limb Snipe to lower accuracy and crit. We're going to be using the Ring of Kalimdor. We're going to be using the Ring of Kalimdor on him, so that ups damage versus Bladed. And more importantly, on any attack hit, we'll do a 2 for 3 Blight. So that means when we use Piercing Arrow, instead of doing a 3 for 3 Blight, we're doing a 5 for 3 Blight. Then we have the Moon Oil Bowstring, so on any attack hit, other enemies will get a plus 20% bleed and blight amount received, and on kill, any enemies will get bled and blighted for 1. So there's a lot going on there. A lot of bleeding, a lot of blighting with just the Bowman, let alone the blights from everyone else. A lot of food, shovels, we're going to take some anti-venoms because we can get bladed, bandages, medicinal herbs, a few keys, a lot of torches. I am going to bring Anathenums for the blight chances. Actually, we probably don't even need those. I'm going to bring Amphitheaters though, just for the minus stress received. And other than that, I don't think I quite need anything. So we will call it good. Just double checking. Yeah, we're good.
Recover these lost shipments of rarities, that we may prevent them from falling into even less scrupulous hands.
Well, I found one of the shipments. Bad news is it's guarded by the Dwimmerlaik. So I'm going to start off with Slink back. This blights him and stealths the Trapper.
Masterfully executed.
Got her blight off, which helps everyone else. And Bowman is stunned. Great.
Returns even the boldest gaze.
I can't do much against row 4.
The birthplace of dread.
We are going to Catalyst him because he is blighted. So now he's blighted for 18. Calcified Condemnation for the riposte. Just hoping to take him out faster. I can't Fungal Claw him, nor can I do Skin Prey, so I'm going to just try to lower his accuracy. Ooh.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
Anti-Venom. Tools of the trade. So I can do Catalyst again. Then what we're going to do is Piercing Wail to lower his damage. And he resisted. Dual Convocation, do some damage to him. And Limb Snipe has a 140, so realistically, I only have a 30% chance of debuffing him, but we will change to Blighting Arrows and try it. At least we got the Blight, so he's Blighted for 24. He's going to reconstitute like a prick, although it is better than him hitting us.
Festering fear.
So it does stress us out.
The mind.
Catalysting again. So he is Blighted for 20 now. And he misses. I can Fungal Claw him.
The ground quakes.
Bladed for 24 of his 56. Limb Sniping again. Got the debuff. Dual Convocation. Bladed for 30, he goes down.
Death by inches.
That was sketchy as a first fight. Holy Orders for the Crusader. Plus 10 accuracy.
As mount, so too will resistance.
I think that was realistically the only good thing there. Gonna heal the Silent there. Just a tad. Gonna take this Ancestor's Relic. Come back for some of this, maybe. As soon as I try to torch up. Tools of the trade. I can neutralize the lethal Whelk here. So it gets the plus crits received. And gets rid of the block. I'm going to Piercing Arrow, try to blight everything. Because the blight will transfer to the Whelk when he eats them. Slinking back to get the crit. And the damage. Then we're gonna Dual Convocation one of the Piranhas. And the blight will take that one out.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is.
So he's blighted for 6. He's about to eat 11 blight. Although he will heal off of this.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
I thought he was supposed to eat the blight. My bad. Oh well. Anyway. He has 80 protection now. We are going to Confusion Spores him, because otherwise we're only going to hit 2 to 4. And blight him a little bit. I'd rather just not take the damage. Limb Snipe him. Tools of the trade so I can Catalyst. Now he's bladed for 27. And he blights out.
Monstrous size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
Gonna take the bust, and I have a small doll, I'm almost certain. Oh yay. So Piercing Arrow, we're gonna get 2 riposts off of this. So that's gonna be a bit of damage and a bleed.
Palpable fear.
We got 2 blights out. I was hoping for a little more. Slink back, ignoring riposte, blighting. Urchin goes down 2 blight. Catalyst on Anchorman. Lighted for 21, it goes down pretty soon. Combination for minus crits received, plus dodge, or plus protection and the riposte, so that maybe Slater and the Swift Gas go at Gene. That's going to be the stun and knockback, yikes.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
Fungal Claw, we're going to go at the Slater. Lighting it. I mean, that's what I was hoping for, but at the same time I was hoping for the riposte, and we were stunned. So, tools of the trade. I'm gonna Piercing Wail for the minus damage, minus crit on both of them. Or all three, rather. Although the Anchorman does go down. Vatville can't do what I need to, so we're going to bandage, and then we're going to limb snipe the Slater. That way, if it does damage us,
the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
It's probably not going to hit, but there we go. Buff gone. Tools of Trade Catalyst again on Slater. I probably should have done something else there. We're going to Fungal Claw onto the Ghast. Getting that lovely blight off. Amber Nail onto Ghast. Had an 88. I was really hoping to take him out. Limb Snipe on Ghast. Yikes. That's some bad luck. I think the Slater goes down here. Yeah, so just Ghast left with like 3 health.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
You can move back. Dust Bonk.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Taking what I can.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and
Get rid of the ring so I can take more buffs, because I do need them. Also gonna get rid of the Onyx for more buffs, because once again I do need them. Default order. What's this? Minus 3 or 4 speed for 3 rounds. I'm gonna use the anti-venom on the chest. Taking what we can.
For a task well performed.
Realistically, I don't think I'm going to be using the Holy Orders, so I'm going to take the portraits here. Kind of tempted to take the deeds, but I'm not going to get rid of anything else too quickly here. And we'll continue on. Yeah, I only have 4 shovels, I'm not going to use that. But we will use a bandage here, just see what's on him. Now we can leave those. That is a lot of stress for just one room. I'll probably camp in this next room here. Torch up. So I don't want them doing extra damage or anything to me. Yeah, I don't want the extra stress. So if I camp here, I get extra food from Ver. I heal, I de-stress, I get scouting chances, and I can get a few other things, so it's a very good use.
A spark without kindling is a goal without hope.
Let me see here. Ferris Web is plus debuff chance on Ver, and Confusion Spores is a pretty good use. Otherwise I can get plus damage with Amber Ward, but that's minus debuff resist on everyone. So I think I'm going to go for the Ferris Web. I can get survival skills for the plus scouting chance on Vatville, or I can do Hunter's Wit, which is the same amount of scouting, but also armor piercing. I really want the accuracy for the plus damage so I can do Corpse Explosion on Silent if that can work out. That would leave me with 3 varying amounts, but I could then do Divided Loyalties. That would leave me with 4 to 5. And then I could do Nature Provides for the extra food, which I probably need, if I'm being totally honest. So yeah, let's do Nature Provides. Take the food. Actually going to use the food to heal here. Take the prize skin. I'm going to do Accuracy. Oh, that... If I do Fervent Sermon, that's probably better for the stress. Yeah, let's just do Fervent Sermon and skip Accuracy. Alright.
The match is struck. A blazing
Not sure I'll be
star
keeping
is
the
born.
prize skin because that's not going to stack with anything in this fight, but we'll see. I'll come back for the sconce there.
Another mariner.
There's a dead
Another misfortune.
Slater right there. I never really noticed that. Get to go back. Nothing there. But better safe than sorry. I don't know how many times I've gone through all these halls, and I just keep finding new and new and new stuff. This is going to be more food, isn't it? Let's heal the Silent here, and Vatville. I have a lot of money. I'd rather finish up bringing heirlooms back. Come on, Scout. Well, here's one of the things I needed. Thankfully, those stack up because of the districts I have. I think Vatville's good with traps, and that's a good way to de-stress him. We'll try this on Jean just for the plus damage and get stressed out instead. Good Scout. Curio over here. Silent is good at traps too, and we'll de-stress her. Heirloom box.
Wealth beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and
I can take the crests
foolhardy
this time
alike.
around. Probably more worth it to take the Onyx over the prize skin, because once again, I'm probably not getting another prize skin. Ooh, you savage. And they're going to need to be last because of the Thrall and the Urchin. We are going to piercing arrows everyone, blighting them. Slink back, ignoring riposte, blighting again. That's 9 blight on the Urchin, so I don't need to worry about them. I'm going to Catalyst on the Thrall. By Catalyst, they're going to go down to blight. What's your bleed resistance? 115. So I'm going to Calcified Condemnation, hoping that the Savage goes at G. So much for that.
Continue the onslaught.
The other thing I could have done is Amber Nail and... so we are going to Fungal Claw you.
Powerful blow.
Getting rid of that bleed immediately. Tools of the trade. We're going to do Neutralize to get rid of the dodge. Two times in a row at Silent. Limb Snap to lower the accuracy. And then Dual Convocation to
Bigger the beast,
do damage.
the greater the glory.
We can heal Silent. We can leave all this. I'm going to pry open the Clam. which was just money. We can leave that. Okay, moving on along. Hunger check. That's a little bit more health. Lovely. Shifting mists. We're fine with that because only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more rooms, and we have 7 torches. We're probably bound to find more. We have 6 torches. Okay, a little less confident on that now. Take the medicinal herb, leave the rest. Okay, going down. Savage Occultist. Okay. I'm going to Confusion Spores, lowering the accuracy on the Savage. Since I didn't default party order, I'm not going to, slink back. That would have been a stun, I believe. Tools of Trade by Catalyst here.
Quickens.
I can do a lot of damage to either of them. I believe Dual Convocation is going to take out the Occultist, so let's go with the Savage. Then Convocation.
Decimated.
My bet was right. Good dodge. That must have kind of low accuracy. I don't know the exact amounts, but
A singular strike.
it's not been hitting us very often. I say now it's going to hit us every single time. Neutralize, lowering dodge, upping crits received. And Loon Snipe, lowering your accuracy. Gotta love the Bowman for that. Convocation, do damage. Light should take him out, because 33 out of over 5, and he had much less health. So, I've thrown away so many Comet Shards over these runs because I've not been taking them if I'm not in the farmstead, and if I would have taken all the Comet Shards I've thrown away, I would have had a few trinkets that I would have wanted by now. So I'm really tempted to take them this time around. Like, I've done the math, and I could have gotten the Twisted Funnel for her already. Which is like 200 or 300 Comet Shards. Ooh. Okay, quest location to the south. I'm going to the secret door first, because that is a lot of gold. Torch. Secret door. Can probably get rid of the keys if I'm being totally honest there.
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
Ain't that right? We'll get rid of the 4 food. Go back. We'll do the quest location, do the treasure room, then double back for all of that. Just because that's technically quest complete, and if anything bad happens, I can dip. I feel safer doing that rather than going and doing these 3 fights, then going back and doing the 2 fights to quest complete. That just feels silly not to do the safer bet first, you know? Torch.
As the light
I'll come
gains
back for
purchase, spirits are lifted.
Hopefully.
and
We'll see what
purpose
happens.
is made clear.
Actually, I thought this would be a fight room. But that is quest complete. We have all 3 relics. I'm going to go to the treasure room over here. Torch up. And torch this. We have 1 torch left. That shouldn't be too much of a problem, considering, like, realistically, all I want to go through is this hallway, which cost me the 1 torch and then maybe up. So slink back, blighting, which is kind of good for the anemone, which doesn't have much health. We're going to piercing arrow, blighting all of them again, which is great for the rock clam. Anemone already goes down. We're going to tools of the trade. Let's see if I can't actually corpse explosion. No, I can't. If I catalyst, we'll go at the champion here because Jean can take out the piranha.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
The rock clam goes down now. Just champion left. So, Fungal Claw. Tools of the trade. Neutralize. And then we can limb snap.
Precision and power. Ghoulish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
Oh, Snecko oil. How I loathe thee. So we'll take the torch for sure. Taking what I can, so that's gonna fill out the 3 busts. Actually, I'm gonna get rid of them and just... No, I'm not gonna get rid of those. I'm gonna get rid of the bandages for the deeds. And then I'm... We'll use the torch, actually. Take the 2 busts.
The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
And then we can leave that. Taking the ruby,
stuff is only the
and we'll
first
head
test.
back.
Now it must be carried home.
I'll leave the crests. I don't need them as much as I need the other 3 heirlooms. Default order. I forgot to do that. And then just these 3 fights left once we get there. Hey there, do you need goodies? Uno momento. So if we go to the left, we're almost done. In the bag. I mean, extra shovel I don't think will come in handy, but extra shovel. In the bag. Gold, which is Can't torch up, so they're going to do a little bit of extra crit and stress. We'll see what we can do to mitigate that. Lighting all of them, doing a little bit of damage. Upping the amount they receive. I'm just going to go for outright damage here, I think. So I'm going to take out the Stinger. Or not. Should have done Slink back. Wow. Tools of the trade. Corpse explosion won't take it out, correct? No. So instead we're going to catalyst onto the Stinger because I don't want to be stunned.
Well struck.
At least we resisted that. Okay, so 6. Ver can go at the Piranha. Piranha goes down to Blight. Did not want them moving, so that's great. If I Corpse Explosion, still do not take out Piranha, but we can go for the Thrall. AoE, now Thrall goes down to Blight. Take out Piranha. You've missed every hit this time, Gene. Wow. I mean, her accuracy isn't the greatest, but taking everything.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
And realistically, what I think I can do is just eat all the food, take the portrait, and be on our way. Okay. Piercing arrow, blighting everything.
Devastating blow.
Slink back, blading both of them.
Decisive pummeling.
Because we'll want that blight. We're going to go for the Anchorman, because I want more damage on him. He goes down to blight now. Yikes, but fine. And then We'll just catalyst the Sharpshooter, because that'll take them down. Urchin goes down, and then Rock Clam go down on their turn.
Terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
But just to finish things off. Now, I'm kind of sad I never actually used the Contagious Blade. So it ended up just being a
impressive
wasted trinket slot. With all the blight we're doing, though, it kind of makes sense. Okay, I do not have anything for Vatville, so he's going to be taking 6 damage a round. I do not think I want to go into that last battle. So, getting rid of the medicinal herbs for the emerald, and I think we'll call it that. Just because I don't want to lose Vatville here. I think that's the right call. That should level up the Cove. 5 more buffs for completing the quest, a few extra gold for not wanting to collect gold and focusing more on heirlooms. 28,100 gold, 26,100 gold, my bad. This is not bad on top of the Eldritch Ring, which, once again, not sure I'm going to be using it, but it's nice to have on hand if I decide to. So that's a grand total of 29 busts, 4 portraits, 4 deeds, and 12 crests. No diseases. Laudanum Penchant on Ver and Bloodthirsty on Silent. We're getting rid of both of those. One's a forced interaction, one's minus accuracy, minus dodge if I don't have Laudanum in inventory. I don't like that. Another free weapon upgrade.
Butchery and bloodshed. Yours for the taking.
So we were definitely using that. Let's put that on Yugi because I have been wanting to use her. At the Nomad Wagon, nothing I really want, which is unfortunate because how big it is. Sanitarium, a lot to do here. A lot. Baliol has the disease. Forgot Laudanum Penchant, we need to get rid of that. Early Riser is a good one as well, so we're going to lock that in. Bloodthirsty on Silent. Robin got disease, we're going to get rid of that. Celine got quick draw a while back, and I've been wanting to lock that in. And we can get rid of Stress Eater while we're at it. For stress relief activities, Jean. There you go. Unequipping everything. And then the Cove is at level 7, so the crew is available. I just don't really want that trinket. But then again, none of the trinkets really interest me. But it's at the point of I either go do that, I go hunt another boss, like the Beholder in the Runes, which might not be the worst thing to do, or I go hunt like the Talon Matron or something like that. And I didn't really want to go do that in a long, but it might just be worth it to go hunt the Time Warped Miller to get the crest, or the Comet Shards, because, well, there's nothing here that I want. There's a lot of stuff in the Comet Shard portion of this, and particularly more on the more expensive side. For an example here, the non-Eludian, the Crusaders one is plus crit or plus dodge and on attack blight. Twisted Funnel is a lot of extra blight that goes straight into her catalyst. And then there's some very strong trinkets that cost 300 apiece. And I could just knock them out and then make sure I have enough to go do the prize. So that might be the right call. Because otherwise it's probably going to fight the Beholder boss, which I'm not sure is a great call. And I'm not going to get a very good reward out of it. It would just be a thing to go do. So I will probably go look to see, and we have a lot of heroes in recovery. I'm not sure which heroes I want to even go fight that boss, if I'm being totally honest, because that boss is absolutely bonkers. Actually, let me just go look this up here really quick. I want to know his resistances, and I've done a few videos on him now. Though its resistances are not that bad, it's just the fact of how many other enemies it summons. With 73 blight and bleed resistance, roughly 80 debuff resistance, it can't be moved. So I could realistically go in with a blighting team and maybe be okay. That might be a thing. Yeah, we'll go knock the Beholder boss out. That way I have it on the list. And then we'll hopefully make everything else here refresh afterward. This is one of the bosses that I foresee one of the biggest problems with, just because of how its mechanics work. So I will probably be pulling out a lot of shenanigans just to beat it. So do expect me to bring a kind of an overpowered team, because not only do I have to beat that boss, but then I have to go and beat the rest of the dungeon as well, which, remember how many like manticores and grieving seraphs I've been seeing. So yeah, that'll be the plan, and we'll go with that, and hopefully we get through it, because I'm not expecting good rewards. The one thing that it kind of gives me that isn't a thing really, I'm gonna see if I even have a hero with it. Yeah, I don't even have a hero with it, but it gives me a item that cures the observed or the stalked quirk. Like, it outright gets rid of it. That way you're not counting on random get rid of it from curios along the way. But I've been good about getting rid of it just because I don't like the quirk and fighting the beholders as is. So I suppose that will be the plan for next time. We'll go with that, just see what I can do, and hope that I don't whiff it too badly. So that'll be it for this time. Like, comment, subscribe, all that YouTube jazz, and otherwise, as always, I wish you all well. I will see you next time, and please have a good one.